my Savannah, yeah, I'll be a King James. Let's get it. And you been down so long, we gon' buy nicknames. So get suited up like we courtside at the next game.
Yeah, you the one that's working for it. You the one that curved them for me. You the one that's searching for me. You the one that's hurting for me. You the one that deserve it from me. You the one that's perfect for me. Yeah, she a little freak. Yeah, she only do it for me. Yeah, yeah. What you don't know, girl? You know that I'm willing to teach. Yeah, yeah. Reaching your peak. Yeah, you know I'm the one with that reach. You know that. Yeah, loving your body. Yeah, loving your body. Yeah, yeah. Loving your body. Yeah, yeah. You know you got it. Yeah, yeah. Getting excited, feeling erotic. She a little thotty for me. She only do it for me. Told her this dickin' for free. Look what you did to the sheets. She said I'm going too deep. Girl, I'ma put you to sleep, make you addicted, fucking with me. Know I'm a king when I'm in the east. Made you my queen, I'm playing for keeps. Ay, we used to fuck in the G, that's when a nigga was cheap. And took you to Telly's, eating at delis. We used to ride out to Philly. I'ma take you out, we could ride around, just the two of us. You my twin flame, ain't no doubt about it, we be two in love. From me, your club, I ain't pulling out, I'ma shoot it up. Cause you the one, shawty, you the one. Yeah, you the one that's working for it. You the one that curved them for me. You the one that's searching for me. You the one that's hurting for me. You the one that deserve it from me. You the one that's perfect for me. Yeah, she a little freak. Yeah, she only do it for me. Yeah, yeah. What you don't know, girl? You know that I'm willing to teach. Yeah, yeah. Reaching your peak. Yeah, you know I'm the one with that reach. You know that. Yeah, loving your body. Yeah, loving your body. Yeah, yeah.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome in. Good morning, good afternoon to some of you, whatever it may be. Good evening also to some of you, but welcome in. We're a little bit late today. I had to get some other work done prior to going live, so we got that done. And then of course I needed a coffee, so the wife was showing me how to make an espresso using the espresso machine, so that if I do try and make one, I don't break it. But anyways, let's get into it, chat. Appreciate y'all being here. Welcome in, everybody. This is Bars Pitch, the live segment where we cover footy news, everything that's going on. What up, nerd? Mitch, how you doing, brother? What are you up to, bro? But yeah, this is where we cover the news. We cover the footy news, upcoming matches, things that have happened, transfer news, all of it. That's that and in between. Just made some coffee. Cheers, brother. You already sold it, bro? That's juice. Hell yeah, man. Good shit. All right. Doc in the house. Let's go. What up, fam? Welcome in, brother. Gotta deliver it in town later. Hell yeah, man. Good shit, bro. All right, chat. All right. Here we go. Getting into it. Tomorrow. Chat, there's no really big games today. Europa League qualification, nothing. Olympiacos are in there, Sheriff are in there, Ajax. I mean, there's some other clubs that I know, but they're nothing. It's qualification. Same with Europa League or Europa Conference League. Just conference stuff, nothing crazy. Stone in the house as well. Let's go, Vine bro. Need to ice the fingy, I think. Yeah, bro. I've been telling you, so I don't want to hear it. Chat, there has been some really interesting transfers that we're gonna get into here. After we go over these few matches that are tomorrow that we have. Tomorrow we do have Chelsea and Luton Town. Chelsea need a win. Chat. Chelsea really need a win. They desperately need to get their first win of the season. They need to solidify this squad. They need to be better. They're not being clinical in front of goal. I'll give them that. They did have a lot of opportunities against West Ham, but they didn't finish. They didn't take those opportunities that they missed. It's a whole different game. If Enzo doesn't miss the penalty, it's a whole different game already. You know what I'm saying? It's a 3-2 game rather than a 3-1 game. So, it's up to Chelsea, honestly. I think they have the players, they have the manager for it. They have to get things under control. They have to figure out how to finish in front of goal. And I think Luton Town is really going to be a good team to do this in front of your home fans against. You can get it. You can bang in a lot of goals. Luton Town, I don't think are going to be in the Prem longer than the season. I could be wrong though. Maybe they'll surprise us. But they're not ready for the Premier League. They did really well in the Championship, but I think they need a few more years of development before they're actually ready for the Prem. That being said, it is home at Stamford Bridge, a really difficult place to play. It's always difficult to play away from home. So Luton Town with a big challenge going against Chelsea. But Chelsea desperately need a win here. They need to get their not their manager. They need to get their players sorted, and they need to be clinical in front of goal. If they can be clinical in front of goal and score a lot of goals, their fans will get behind him, and I think you'll start to see a much different Chelsea, and you start to see things figured out, especially as this transfer window closes over the next week and a half or so. But yeah, I expect Chelsea full-heartedly to win that tomorrow against Luton Town. I will be able to watch it hopefully on Peacock, so that'll be dope. But Luton Town, Chelsea tomorrow, 2 p.m. Central. Definitely have Chelsea winning that. Jackson's been playing really well for them. Sterling is getting back and fit. Enzo's playing really well. Caicedo needs to have a really good performance, chat. I think they put him in too early. And this is something I actually wanted to bring up as well. Their offensive presence has vanished of late. It's sad. It is sad. Bar got me all hot and bothered. Hey, man. You already know. But this is something I wanted to bring up. I think clubs are putting in their players that they're putting in transfers way too early. I mean, you saw it last year with Mudryk. You saw it with Caicedo this year. There's a few other names: Mudryk, Caicedo, Enzo last year with the same issue, and then you saw it again and again with Kane this year. And then the other day, like I said the other day with Caicedo, and there was another one that I saw here recently where they threw the transfer in there, and they haven't even been there a week to train. How are you gonna take a player that hasn't been training with your squad a full week to adapt and everything to play in a big match? They did it to Kane. They did it to both Fernandez, or they did it to both Enzo, Caicedo, and Mudryk. All these players were put under that. And then there was another one too. I don't remember who it was, but they tossed them under, and it was like less than a week that they had been there. I think that these managers need to take a note about how other managers do things. Because if you look at it, what has Ancelotti done at Madrid with Kepa? He brought in a new keeper. Kepa should obviously be starting over Lunin. You can't tell me that. He shouldn't be. But he wasn't there. He hasn't been training. He wasn't integrated in the squad. So Kepa sat on the bench. So he sat him on the bench. When he could have played, he sat him on the bench. And now he has two and a half weeks of training, and he's going to start tomorrow. So I think that these managers need to allow these players to get adapted to the culture, to the new system, to the team, to the players. I know that these players are high-level players and they can play anywhere and do a job. But if they don't know the system, they're not going to perform, and they're going to be in other people's ways because people are trying to do certain things and they're not used to each other yet. Just because you're a good player and can perform doesn't mean you fit a system right away. So I think that these managers need to take a note. They need to take a step back. Playing people that haven't been training for more than a week with your squad probably isn't the best decision. And I wish people would realize that more, because it's been really bad as of late when they bring in these high money transfers and they just expect them to do anything at all just right off the bat. Oh, Endo. You saw it with Endo at Liverpool. He wasn't even there a week. Wasn't there a week. And he had a horrible transition into the Premier League. I think they're playing players too soon, chat, when they come in on transfers. But yeah, Chelsea. I think they get 2 or 3 goals tomorrow. I don't think they allow one. I think they're gonna have a good performance. They need a good performance, and they'll get that done. I'm excited to see how they perform tomorrow. And then La Liga, we have Las Palmas and Real Sociedad. Sociedad need to bounce back off of a poor performance last weekend. We'll see how they go. Las Palmas is a difficult place to play at, but I think that Sociedad can get the job done. Like I said, they need a good performance after the letdown of last weekend, dropping points. So we'll see if they show up against Las Palmas. Las Palmas is a good side. They can cause issues for you, especially at home. So it'll be a difficult match for Sociedad, but I think they get the job done. And then, chat, we have Madrid tomorrow at Celta Vigo. I'm excited for this one. This is looking like what's going to be our lineup. Kepa in goal, Shua, Bellingham, Cama, Valverde. Pretty much the same lineup as the last game, pending Camavinga takes Cruz's spot, and then Kepa takes Lunin's spot. So I think we'll have the same thing going on here. Look for Brahim Diaz to come off the bench. He's back and fit and ready to go. He needs to get some important minutes and show us what he can do on the field. He got hurt in preseason, so he didn't really get to do much for us, but now he's back. He's fit. I want to see what he can do in an actual match. So look for him to get some minutes, chat. I'm excited for that. Another one to watch for is Fran Garcia. Garcia's been playing really well, both in the preseason and then now in the 2 matches that we've had. In the first match, he looked nervous, but he settled in. He makes up for his mistakes by working hard. But I think that Garcia is going to really solidify himself in the next coming weeks. He's just growing, gaining experience and knowledge and calmness on the pitch. You saw a massive difference from game 1 to game 2. So I think that Garcia is going to show another massive step. If not, maybe he has a bad performance. It happens. But I really do think he's on the right path. I think he's going to be progressing really well. One thing that I did see on TikTok that people have been talking about our squad is that it's hard for these players to come in being so young and like adapt to culture and older players and such. But when you look at our squad, if you look at our squad here, Valverde, 25. Rodrigo, 22. Vinny, 23. Bellingham, 20. Tchouaméni, I think 23. Camavinga, 20. Fran Garcia, 21. 24. All right, so these young players are coming in, and the age difference here is quite a bit different. And then with Kroos and Modric, but you have a good mixture of younger players, older players, and you see Vinny and Camavinga hanging out. They post on TikTok that they hang out and stuff, and they do things together. But our integration with the young and the older has been really good. I think playing this young midfield is really going to solidify them. It's going to build character within each other. They're going to build a good relationship, and it's going to happen really well. And I think a part of that is why Fran Garcia is having such a progression right now already. I think he's really going to be a good piece for us this season. I think he's going to take Mendy's spot, and I hope he does. It really helps having like a young Camavinga there, Vinny like out there on that same side as him as well. But I'm liking where we're headed in the right direction, chat. I like where we're going. That midfield is building. They're young, and we've got a lot of potential this season. I know people are sleeping because we lost Benzema and we don't have a true 9 right now. But I think that this new look Madrid with the new formation and everything, I think we're gonna surprise some teams. I think that we're gonna make some noise in La Liga and in the Champions League. I think we're gonna have a lot of success this season, man. A lot of success this season. I mean, regardless of, I know the whole Courtois and Militao is a big miss. It's a big loss. But we have players. We got Kepa in. And I think it's going to be a good season. I think it's going to be a good season, chat. Celta Vigo are a really good team, though. They are a really good team, though. But they did lose their best defender. He's gone out on a transfer. We'll get into that here pretty soon. But yeah, I really expect us to do well. It's a tough match away from home. I think Vinny and Rodrigo and Bellingham will play well again. You look to see Modric come off the bench. Ceballos, Guler, and Mendy both are all 3 still on the injured roster, but I didn't expect any of them to play anyways, so fine there. I expect us to win 2-3-0, 2-1, 3-1. Maybe allow 1 goal. But I think Kepa's going to have a clean sheet, his first performance for us. I'm excited for him. I'm excited to see how he helps organize our defense and how he integrates into the squad in actual match play. And then the Bundesliga, we have a big match. Stuttgart, who are actually on top of the table right now after week 1, scored 5 goals in their first match. Granted, it wasn't against it was against Bochum, so it's not the best of teams. Leipzig, a really good team. I really want to see Simmons do well, or Simons. I want to see him do well. He's a good player. I liked him last year when he was at PSV. He shows a lot of good signs of being able to get forward. He's a youngster that's really good on the ball. He's only 20 years old. One of the best young talents that you see on the wing right now. He's going to do big things, I think, at Leipzig. I think that was a good fill for the Nkunku loss. But I'm excited for Leipzig's season, honestly, chat. They had the really good performance in the Super Cup, or in the German Super Cup against Bayern, and they won that. They didn't play well the first outing, but you know what? In the Bundesliga, anything can happen. So I look for them to do well. I want Simons to do well. I like Stuttgart though because of the boys, Marion and Simmet. They've lost some pieces. They lost Endo, and then they just lost another player. I can't think of who it was off the top of my head. I think it was one of their wingers. I think I can't remember. I'll have to look. But they also lost another key piece on transfers. But you know what? They came out the first week and still handled business. So I look for them to give Leipzig a run for their money. The Bundesliga is a really competitive league. I think it's honestly slept on how competitive it actually is, especially when you look at teams like Union Berlin that are slept on, and Leverkusen, also Frankfurt. There's a lot of teams in the Bundesliga that are slept on, in my opinion. But I think Leipzig will take this one. I think it'll be a 2-1 to Leipzig. It'll be difficult for Stuttgart to win away from home. Leipzig have a really good fan base as well. Get some coffee here, chat. But that's about it for tomorrow. I mean, you have Nantes and Monaco. I really don't dive too much into the French league, basically because it's really fallen off as of late. You pay attention to PSG because they have the players and they're the one team that's in the Champions League more often than not. So, and they also have Mbappe, and that saga we all know is bullshit. All right, chat. Let's check out the news. Celtic's looking to bring in some players. I really want to see some more teams like Celtic and Rangers make some noise in Europe this season. I'm saying Pochettino is 100% correct here, chat. They need to be patient with this new team. They're still filtering out players that don't need to be there and don't want to be there. And so Chelsea have to be patient with these new signings. They're not getting all of the training time they need because they still have so many pieces there that need to be gone. And they have like a week and a half, chat, to do it. A week and a half to get it done. I want to see what Pochettino said to Lukaku over Chelsea return. Yeah, he's saying anything can happen. He's saying that if Lukaku wants to stay, he'll come and talk to him. If not, then the club will handle the business. It's not his position. So they're just kind of sitting, waiting for something to happen at this point. We'll see if Lukaku actually ends up anywhere over the summer or not. I really hope to God we don't try and get him on loan or some dumb shit at Madrid just to fill the number 9 position. All right, so Laporte does go. He's completed his move to Al Nassr, which is a huge pickup for Ronaldo and the boys over there. I'm excited for them this season, chat. Al Nassr are going to make some fucking moves. I'm juiced for them. They're going to have a really good side in the Saudi League. Celtic dual sidelined for 8 weeks, so they're trying to bring in a new center back to Celtic. That's a huge blow for them. Big pickup for Arsenal. Gabriel Jesus returning to training ahead of the Fulham clash. So we'll see how long he's going to be out or if he'll be back for the Fulham clash. I don't expect him to. He suffered that knee injury in preseason. Nketiah is playing really well, honestly, in my opinion. I don't see why you need to replace him. He's not finishing like he should, but you know what? It happens. It's early in the season. It'll come. I think Nketiah is playing really well, but Gabby is back in training. Jesus is a really good goal scorer. 11 goals, 8 assists in 33 games. Missed 12. I don't know if he'll be back or not. Highly unlikely he'll play any role, but there's no reason to rush him. I think Arsenal will be able to handle Fulham pretty well. Nketiah is there. They have him. They don't need to rush Gabby. If they bring him off the bench, maybe if he seems fit enough, but I don't see it happening. I don't see the point in risking it. Just let him train for a week or two and then let him get back into it. Wolves reject Matheus Nunes bid from City. Interesting. Everybody's rejecting City. I think they're just all tired of him. No, I don't think anybody should bring Lukaku back in, bro. I think Lukaku's sold and washed. Send him to the Saudi League. All right, Prem match predictions for the weekend, chat. Match week 3. Chelsea, Luton Town. Yeah, I think, like I said, Chelsea win that. I'm pretty sure. I think Tottenham handled Bournemouth, but also Bournemouth are playing really well this season. So far, you know, they could make some noise. So look for Bournemouth to give Spurs some trouble, but Spurs are also playing really well. I think they're going to come off with a lot of momentum off the win against Manchester. So we'll see how they perform, but I think they're playing better, chat. I think that Tottenham is a better team without Harry Kane. I was talking with my old manager about this as well. He was saying that Spurs look 100 times better without Kane. And it's because you're not playing get Kane the ball. Like, you're not looking for one player the whole time. You get to, like, everybody gets a piece of it, you know? Like, they all get to play. They all get an opportunity now. You're not focaling your entire goal scoring around one player. It doesn't matter who scores. Everybody's going to score because everybody has the opportunity now. And nothing is just filtered through Kane. So I think, chat, I said it the other day. Look for Tottenham to make some noise this season. Honestly. They could do some crazy shit this season. I think it'll, like, as crazy as it sounds, losing 30 goals this season may bring in another 30, 35 from somebody else, from other places. You don't know. Somebody else could be waiting for that opportunity, like Benzema was when Ronaldo left. You never know. Then we have Arsenal, Fulham. I think Arsenal take that one. They're at home. Good way to get some momentum back and get the fans behind you. Arteta's got them in a really good position. I'm excited for Arsenal this season. They've got things to figure out, but they'll be good. I think Gunners take that one. Brentford, Crystal Palace. Really good matchup. I think Crystal Palace might sneak a win, but Brentford are a really good side this season as well. I think Brentford will take it just simply because they're at home. Maybe a draw. Wolves, I have them beating Everton. Everton desperately need a performance to just kind of get the pressure off of them. They're in a bad position right now, and they just need to get in a better position all the way around. All right, and then you have United and Nottingham Forest. I think United need desperately to play like a lot of teams, like Chelsea, like Everton. They need to play well at home and get their fans behind them, because right now a lot of fans I know are questioning certain things within the clubs, especially at United. They need to get these signings healthy. They need Hojlund to be healthy. I don't know if he'll make a presence this season or this weekend or not, but we'll see. Nottingham have sold some good players. They may sell some more before the weekend or before the week is up, but they do have the ability to cause teams trouble, and I think that they could cause United some trouble. So I think United win at home because it's United and they'll get it done, but I think Nottingham is going to make it very, very difficult for them. And then you have Brighton and West Ham. I think Brighton are too good for West Ham right now. West Ham coming off of the 3-1 win at Chelsea, or against Chelsea, but I think that Brighton still win this. I think they're in a really good position, regardless of their losses in the transfer market. They've had some really good gains as well. So, and their manager is incredible. The Brighton manager is a brilliant man. But I just don't see West Ham taking that at Brighton. And then you have Burnley, Aston Villa. Company's got Burnley in a good position. They didn't play last week. Their game was postponed. So they only have one match in the Prem right now. But I think they could give Aston Villa some trouble. But Aston Villa are a really good side coming off of a good win as well. So we'll see what happens there. I could see Aston Villa taking that one like a 2-1, but it'll be a good match, I think. Sheffield and City. City take that one easy. Sheffield just aren't the team that they should be. And I think City will just handle that one easily. Newcastle and Liverpool. Newcastle at home are a very difficult place. St. James Park is difficult to play at, chat. That stadium's insane. When the fans are booming, the fans are fucking booming there. But I think that Liverpool need to get a good away win. Klopp's trying a lot of different things at the club right now. I'm not sure how much the new, like him trying to adapt to the new system of how people are playing is working, but we'll see what happens. I think that it's going to be a good opportunity for them to prove themselves away from home, especially against a good Newcastle side. Newcastle are a top 4 team for me this season, I think top 5 for sure. So we'll see what happens. I also want to see if Lewis Hall comes in for Newcastle and starts, or if he comes off the bench. Lewis Hall is a big signing from Chelsea, chat. He's a young player. He's only 18. Showed really good signs last year when he got opportunities at Chelsea. And I think that he's a steal for Newcastle, honestly. So I hope he comes off the bench, and I hope he performs well if he does get to. If not, I want to see how he develops here in the next coming weeks and how they piece him into their squad after that signing. But I think he's a really good piece to add for them. So that being said, I think it's going to be a really good match. 1 goal differential probably right there, but could see a draw. Liverpool and Newcastle are both really, really good sides. But that's the week 3 predictions. That's where I'm sitting with that. But it's a lot of good teams, chat. A lot of good teams. A lot of teams that are surprising us. Brighton being one. I love how Brighton are playing. I wasn't sure how they would be playing with the losses, losing McAllister and some other pieces in Caicedo. But you know what? They're handling it well. They're doing well. I'm excited for them. I'm excited for Brighton moving forward. Let me check this call that I missed. It might just be a solicitor. Check it later. All right, chat. Scroll up here. Chat, this is huge. FIFA Pro calls for FIFA to investigate the Spanish football chiefs kiss at the World Cup. So what happened was, Rubiales, you have no audio? Hold on, I'll check. Hold on, I'll check. You have no audio? Hold on, I'll check. You have no audio? No, I got it on mine. You have no audio? All right. So chat, what happened? Spain women obviously won the World Cup. The president of the RFEF, which is a Royal Spanish Football Federation, kissed their star forward on the lips in celebration. And so she's not. And then okay, so Hermoso, her name's Jenny Hermoso. She was kissed by the president of the RFEF while receiving her medal. Like, he grabbed her face, kissed her on the lips. Anyways, she's not releasing a statement from what I've said. All I know is that she was uncomfortable and didn't like it. And then they released, the Spanish football club, released a statement from her that wasn't hers, saying that she, like, it was just a thing, like, it was just, it was just a thing, like, oh, we were in celebration, it wasn't anything, it was just a da-da-da. But now she's not standing with him, they're against it, and not to mention they were already against this before. There's a huge controversy about this before. Like, they wanted for the women, they wanted a lot different things. There was a controversy with their manager at the World Cup, confiscating phones, making them show what's in their bag, keeping their room doors unlocked. There's a huge controversy going on with the Spanish football club and the REFE and the manager, and there's going to be big investigations in this, chat, because they've been calling for things to be changed already, and they haven't been doing anything about it. And so now with this, and with Hermosa standing where she's at, there's going to be big repercussions for these people in charge, and for the manager, for the president, and for a lot of the people that have been sweeping this under the rug and not allowing these women to be treated fairly. So watch for this story. There's going to be an investigation, and there needs to be. So watch for this story. This is one that we are going to follow as it grows, because it's already pretty massive right now. but this is a big one that we need to watch because this is a horrible, horrible thing for these women. But they are, yeah, that is not, it's not okay at all. But these women are incredible athletes. They did an incredible job. There was already, chat, there was 15 players from the Spanish women's team that protested, and a bunch of them that did not play in the World Cup. Some of their better players that didn't even play in the World Cup in protest of these people that are in charge. And now, but the thing is, these players that protested were sitting there saying, we have a really talented group. We could do major things. We could do like record setting things, like things that you've never seen with the talented group and like youngsters that they have. But it's not going to happen as long as these people are in charge, and they're not going to stand for these people being in charge and how they treat people and everything. And so now this is going to be huge for these women and for these teams, because they're going to get what they deserve. I hope that these people are brought to justice, you know, however you want to call it. I hope that the situation's handled and that these women get what they deserve, and that the repercussions for these people that have been doing this dumb shit are handled accordingly. But these women deserve way better than how the Spanish Football Association has been treating them, for sure. All right. So United are getting interest in Greenwood. I'm not sure where he'll end up. It was linked to a Saudi team that Gerrard is with, but he's denied that rumor. Back though, bet. But yeah, dog, that just shit. That's not okay at all. It's horrible, bro. Horrible. I just want to see. Okay, so yeah, clubs in the Saudi Pro League, not with Gerrard's team. Rangers, Aston Villa, have considered signing. Turkish teams, Turkish and Italy teams. Yeah, there's no real solidified teams that are interested. They're just saying where they're from. So I'm really curious to see where they end up finding a solution for him to go, since they are parting ways, Greenwood and United, but we'll see what happens there. Yeah, so he did make the decision. Kepa's going to start. It's time for him to see what he can do in training now that he's been with the squad. Like I said, these managers need to do this. They need to have these players in the squad before they play them. And I love what Ancelotti's done here. It's why he's one of the best managers in the world. That's why Real Madrid have him. That's why Brazil want him, and that's where he's going next year. But fortunate for us. But I am excited to see Kepa in action. Okay, yeah. So that's that, chat. We're done there. That's all the news that we got for that. Let's check in on Fabrizio. Chat, once again, I didn't get to say this even, but Fabrizio. Okay, so you guys know that we stream on Kick. Fabrizio, 18.3 million followers. Probably the most popular, well-known transfer journalist out there. And he signed a deal with Kick. He signed a deal with Kick. That is insane. So Kick is growing, chat. Kick is going to be growing as well. So if you guys haven't, make sure you follow Bars Pitch on Kick as well. Just Bars Pitch on there. Or you can follow my account, Balasbar, on there as well. But Kick is popping. We might do some streams on there as things get going and growing. But we'll see what happens. But transfer news. This is the huge one that I was talking about from Celta Vigo. Gabri Veiga is going to Al Hilal. He was linked with major clubs, Barcelona, like Madrid, like major clubs all over the world, United, City, like all of them. And now he's going to Al Hilal. This dude is young, chat. I think he's like 20 something, 21, and he's going to the Saudi League. Al Hilal comes and swoops him up, going to the Saudi League. Cruz replied to this and said, embarrassing. Why would you take that amount of talent you have and take it there at the age of 21? I understand money talks and stuff, but you could have gotten this. You could have gotten good money at a major club. I don't think it's a good choice at all. I think that's not great on his part, but who knows? I don't know his financial situation. I don't know his family situation. Maybe they need the money. Who knows? We'll see. I think he could have done better. I think he could have gone to a much bigger club and it would have been a much better move for him. Fiorentina, Brentford are putting in a bid for Nico Gonzalez. He's not leaving apparently, so they've submitted another bid, but they're not willing to sell him, so they're not gonna do business with him, unfortunately, for Brentford. There's a massive contract from Al Ittihad for Mo Salah, but he's got to force the move. But Liverpool are saying he's not for sale. They're not going to do business with him. Everton are approaching Udinese. For Beto, the Portuguese striker, he was already on Everton list last January. Maybe that could give him a little bolster. Who knows? But it's apparently not enough. They want more. They want 35, and they're offering 25, 26 mil. Atletico Madrid president says it's very clear João Felix doesn't want to play for Atleti. Whether other teams want him or whether other teams want him, that's another debate. So we don't know what's going to happen. João could end up anywhere, but he's obviously not wanting to play for Atletico. So I don't think we'll see him as a part of the squad at all. Okay, so David Washington is now a new Chelsea player till 2023 or 2030. Option to extend to 2031. He's only what, 18, 19, coming from Santos. See how this Brazilian does. I've heard really good things about him. I haven't watched much of him, but the young age and big club, so we'll see how he transitions. Atletico Madrid are trying to get the 18-year-old from Ajax, Silvano. So they consider him a top talent in the future for his position. But we'll see what happens. I don't know if Atleti will actually get him. Put my heart in a bag. Who? Chat, this is huge. Alexis Sanchez to enter. He's back on a free transfer after spending 1 year at Marseille. Agreement reached and medical booked on Friday. Sanchez will sign a short-term deal in the next days as he was waiting for Inter. He's set to replace Joaquin Correa, who joins Marseille. So he'll just be a bench player. He'll be a piece player for them. Crazy. I did not expect that. Apparently there's links with yeah, so links to Modric to Saudi, but Ancelotti said Luka has already decided to stay here. He's not happy. He's not playing. It's very strange to see Luka not playing, but he'll have minutes for sure. He will help us during the season. It's just time, chat. He had to have known, you know. I wouldn't be happy sitting on the bench too, but it's time. These younger players need the time. We need to develop for the future, and that's what we're doing. He's there to help that, and he's there to do a job when we need him. That's it. Same with Cruz. Yeah, so we may see Luke, like I was saying, we saw earlier, Lukaku may stay at Chelsea. Not sure. I doubt it'll happen. Carlo Ancelotti on new signings for Real Madrid. No, I rule that out 100%. No, it's over. I discard any new signing before market closes. The squad is closed. So we have our squad, chat. We're not going to do anything. It looks like, as it stands, Mbappe will come on a free next year. If not, we go a different route. Fair enough. Going to Saudi at 20. This is the Celta Vigo manager, Rafa Benitez. Going to Saudi at 20. It's not just a place for old players. I had Carrasco in China, and then he returned, and he's playing in the UCL. So, you never know. You never know. I don't like the move for him, but that's his decision. It's the club's decision. It'll be good to move for Celta Vigo financially, but it is a huge loss for them because he's a very talented young player. I'm not sure where this is at in timeline, but they may have already denied this bid, but it looks like they're going to keep trying. We'll see what happens there for Nunez with Wolves, City and Wolves. So João Cancelo still hasn't flown for the medical to Barcelona. No green light as financial fair play checks are not allowing to proceed yet. Patience on all sides, but feeling still the same. Cancelo will join Barcelona. So here in the coming days, we'll see if they get this sorted out with financial fair play rules. But we will see Cancelo joining Barcelona, just not sure when. I still can't believe that. That's mind-blowing to me. Livakovic expecting Istanbul today. Agreed since Tuesday for the Croatian goalkeeper to join Fenerbahce. Livakovic is a good keeper, chat. Really solid. Fenerbahce could be a really good club for him. We'll see how he develops there. I think he's young. I don't want to say he's not that old. Oh, he's 28. I thought he was way young. I thought he was like mid-20s, not late 20s. Martial, get Correa, that was the deal, and then the Inter bring in Alexis Sanchez. So they pretty much swap players without swapping players. Young 16-year-old signing with Liverpool from Leicester City. I think it's about all the transfer news we're going to get, chat. Fabrizio did post something new. Okay, so Doku has signed his deal. So Doku, officially a City player. Look for him maybe to get in the squad this weekend. I doubt it. Pep's a little bit smarter than that. But we'll see. You never know. Congrats to City. Congrats to Doku. Huge move for him. I'm excited to see how he fits into the squad and how he transitions into the Premier League. Let's check out Score 90, chat. This is that dope ass account that we saw yesterday. All right, so favorites to win the Saudi Pro League based on the odds. Bet 365. Al Ittihad, still the favorites. Al Hilal, second, and then Al Nassr third. Al Ahli, 8%, and then Ettifaq, 7%. I think this goes up with the Laporte signing. I think they go up to here. I think these change, but who knows? It's going to be a crazy ride. I think Al Nassr should have a better percentage than that. Ronaldo's market value over time. All right, chat. 2014, we're at 100 mil, 16, 110, 18, 120, 22, 2020, 60, 2022, 20, and 2023, 15. But at 38 years old, worth more than a lot of young players. That's impressive. That's crazy. Benfica would have been insane. There's another one, chat. I like these. I like these things. All right, let's check out Benfica if they had never sold their players, chat. If they had never sold them. This is crazy. This stuff is so cool. All right. Yao Felix, Ramos, Nunez, Di Maria, Enzo, Silva, Cancelo, Diaz, Lindelof, and Rui, and Ederson. This shit would be insane. This would be a squad, chat. That would be a squad. They could do some business. They could do some business. That's so crazy to me. I love looking at stuff like that. Had people never sold their the players. Oh, that's crazy to me. That's so crazy. All right, chat. They don't have much up. They're not posting as much as I thought they would. But hey, it's cool. It's cool to see a few new things from them every day. So we're gonna keep investigating into that. All right, let's check out managing Madrid. See what they've got going on. A patron only live call with. I don't think Mbappe is coming. Chat, I don't think he's coming. I think that one's full of it. Yeah, chat. So here's the squad from Madrid. The only new one in there is Nico Paz. But we'll see. Like I said, Kepa will be in, and I think Camavinga comes back in for Cruz. I think that's the only changes you'll see. I hate that we're talking about this Mbappe bid still. I don't think it's gonna happen. Ancelotti Fede's position has changed. Now he plays less in attack. He has to play in the midfield and run with the ball. He's extraordinary in that aspect. Fede has changed. That's what I'm saying, chat. You're seeing a lot of Madrid players not play like they did over the last couple seasons, but we're adapting to a new system. Players are going to have to play differently in new positions in a new system. They're not going to be the same people we saw in the 4-3-3 that we've ran for how long, or 4-2-1-3, whatever you want to call it. Like, it's not the same. These players aren't going to play the same in a different system. That's just like you see a player go from one team to another and they play in a different system. It's not going to be the same. You're not going to see the same stuff from these players. Valverde is going to play different. Rodrigo's going to play different. Vinny's going to play different. And you're going to see a lot of differences in Camavinga and Bellingham as well. Bellingham was more defensive at Borussia. He was more of a CDM CM role, but now he's freed up. Tchouaméni handles that. Camavinga helps handle that. Valverde helps handle that. So he doesn't have to work as hard defensively and come back as often as hard. You're going to see Bellingham get a lot more potential and a lot more energy offensively and going forward than he did at Borussia. And that's why he's already having a better goal output than he did there early on. He had good goal output and goal involvement, but it's not the same. He's in a different, like I said, he's in a different system. He gets freed up. He doesn't have the defensive responsibilities that he did at Dortmund, and you're gonna see him do really, really well. The one thing that I think, chat, we could benefit off of is taking Camavinga and moving him and Tchouaméni. I don't think anybody else will see it like I see it, but when you look at the World Cup and how Shua played in the World Cup, he had a more offensive role for France. And when he was able to go forward, he created a lot of opportunities for them. He created a lot of goals and like goal opportunities for them. Camavinga is a really good player. He's crafty. He's intelligent on the ball. He is so good defensively that I think he's a better defender than Tchouaméni is. The only thing that differs there is that Tchouaméni has more size. But I don't think it'll even matter. I think that Camavinga can hold his own no matter what. I think if we put him in that CDM role after playing left back so much last year, he's going to be a baller there. I think he would ball as a CDM. And then I think Tchouaméni would actually produce a bigger goal output than Camavinga will in that position on the left and that midfield role. And that midfield diamond, I think Tchouaméni should be on the left and Camavinga should be in the back of it. But that's not for me to say. Ancelotti is a much better manager than I am, obviously. I have no clue, But from what I've watched, what I've seen, I think it would be a smart move. Is it going to happen? Probably not. But who knows? Maybe someday. Ancelotti even backing the French or the Spanish women's team. This is the sensitive topic. I didn't like what I saw. This is not good behavior for a president. It's not a great thing. Yeah, Shua got injured after the World Cup, and it was difficult for him to recover. Last year, we saw him struggle a lot. He didn't get into the side like we wanted him to, but the World Cup messed up a lot. It messed up a lot for all of us, especially at Madrid. I don't think we performed well after the World Cup. It was just a lot for everyone. That whole season was a lot. We still had really good moments last year, but that whole season was just a lot. And you can see it on City now. You can see it taking a toll on City now for sure. Vinny and Rodrigo are adapting very well to the new system. I'm not forcing Vinicius to play that position. He's very smart. He chooses where to play. I think, like I said, chat, it's just the new system. They're adapting. It's not going to happen overnight. We're 2 weeks in. Give it time. I give it like a month and a half, and you're going to start seeing a lot different Madrid side in this new formation, this new system that we're running now. That's a big thing, chat. Bellingham's ability to move off the ball makes him a more elite central midfielder. He finds the openings and he puts himself there, and the players, they're going to see him. They know his movements now. They're going to learn his movements, and the more they learn his movements, the more goal opportunities he's going to have. So Vinny, Rodrigo, Valverde, Modric, all are top penalty takers, but Luka's already used to it. So when he's in, I'm assuming that Luka will take it. Yep, Kepa's starting tomorrow. That's a big thing, chat. Is Carvajal's form sustainable where he's at right now? I don't know. Maybe the captaincy will hold him out for another season, but I think after this season, for sure, we have to find a replacement. I think his level after this year will drop drastically. He's put in so many miles, bro. So much effort. I know I've had my shit to say about Carvajal, but his time's coming up, man. He's a workhorse, and he's worked so long. He's been at that position for so long, but I don't think Vasquez is the right back that we need to fill that position. I think we're going to have to go out and we're going to have to buy one. That's a big move. That's a big statement, chat. Carlo Ancelotti believes that the arrival of Bellingham covers the absence of Benzema. I said this early on in the season. Or early on, like preseason, Bellingham with this new system could be the replacement. Like I said, chat, he's freed up of all of his defensive responsibilities that he had at Dortmund. And that's what held him back from creating more opportunities for them and scoring goals. And now look at what he's able to do while he's been freed up from that position. I think that this is going to be really good for us. I think it's going to be good for Bellingham, and you're going to see a Ballon d'Or winner thrive at a young age. A third of sixth place La Liga spending is virtually Bellingham. Also, Almeria has spent about 30 mil more than Barcelona. Weird times. Wow. All right, so chat, here's the spendings, highest spending leagues 2023-2024 so far. Premier League 2.19 billion. Saudi Pro League 775 million. Serie A 732. League 1 674. Bundes 650. And in sixth, La Liga 373. A third of that literally being Bellingham. Portugal 169. Eredivisie 168. Championship 139. And Jupiler Pro League 112. I didn't mean to get off of that. All right, chat. That's all for managing Madrid. Let's just see what's on the timeline. Okay, so Doku is now a City player. We know that. This is a really good front three. I'm excited for Gabri to be back. I love Nketiah, and I think he's playing really well, but I think that he just offers a little bit more clinicalness in front of goal right now. There's still no bid for Aramba, but he's not working with the squad. If there are players who are unhappy here, we can start considering bids for them, of course. They told him by Friday he has to, so tomorrow he has to know. He has to give them an answer. Chat, I was talking to my brother about this. Pulisic is going to thrive at AC Milan. He's finally at a club that has some culture, has history, and it's a much less strenuous league on him. I don't think he's going to take the physical abuse that he did in the Premier League. He's out of a very, what do you want to say, confrontational team or club in Chelsea. There's been a lot of speculation about them and how they're handling things, and I think it's good that he's left. I said it. I think that he needed to go to Serie A. I said it when he was on the transfer market. Bundesliga Serie A for Pulisic would be massive. I think that it's a really good move for him. He scored a goal in his first game. Like I said it that morning. I said Pulisic and Giroud will score a goal. If not, Pulisic will get an assist. What happened? Giroud and Pulisic get a goal. 2-0 victory, AC Milan. I think this is a really good signing for Milan as well. He's a really good player. He's going to get back to his form. He can stay consistently healthy in this league, I think. And I think it's going to be a really good move for him. And big, bright future for the U.S. men's national team with him being fit more and playing more at a high level. Not to mention, he's kept himself in the Champions League. On this day, Ronaldo won the UEFA Best for the third time and became the player with the most. Also, the first player to win it twice in a row. Love to see it. I don't believe that. I don't think that's the right statement to have. Welcome to Al Nasser. So United have turned down an offer for England goalkeeper Mary Earps. 26th, chat. MLS, Sporting play, San Jose. We'll see if they can get back on track after the Liga Cup. Damn. Chat, let's look at the Bernabeu. The remodel. Whee! My goodness, bro. That's mad. That's actually mad. Man. I want to go there someday, chat. I want to stand in that stadium and hear the fucking fans. I want to go and I want to hear the Madristas live in action, chat. Someday I will go. I promise you, someday. Manifesting it right now. I will go to the Santiago Bernabeu and I will enjoy a match live. I promise you. Before my time on this earth is up, I will go. 100%. It's kind of a weird stat. But damn, chat. Yeah, chat. He was doing nasty things. Pulisic was going crazy. He was saucing people. He was healthy. He looks good, chat. He looks good. Pulisic looks good. I'm excited moving forward. But chat, I think that's all I got for you today. I think that's all we got today. I'm gonna be putting out some more content, putting out some more videos and stuff. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you guys for hanging out and chatting with me. Gonna have big things coming, chat. I promise you. We're gonna keep pushing. We're gonna keep pushing. A lot of it's gonna come, especially on the socials, all of it on YouTube. We're gonna keep pushing YouTube here. We're gonna keep pushing gaming and all of it. We're gonna get back in. We're getting back into FIFA slowly. So if you guys want to catch some FIFA, make sure to follow me on Kick at Belastar, BELASTAR. B last and then bar. But yeah, make sure you guys check me out on there. Check out the socials, and we will be live later with Footy with FIFA and Apex again, grinding it out, ranked, and then again on into FIFA. But I appreciate y'all. Thank you guys so much. I'll see you guys soon. Y'all have a good one. Make sure to follow the socials, join the Discord, get active, and we'll see you guys soon. Much love, everybody. I'm out. Peace.